Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sasha. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe. I want to make a video on 5 things that we can do instead of smoking weed. Okay, and so if you're new to my channel, I'll link my other videos down below. Over a year ago, I created a video about just like giving myself a challenge for 30 days, just not gonna smoke weed anymore. Because like I mentioned before, I just spent all of my 20s just blown and smoking every chance that I got and just numbing my feelings. And so I didn't have any like professional help to stop. It was just from my own willpower, my own intention, my own desire for something new. And I no longer smoke. Not to say that I'm so strict with myself that I just have to just be sober and all this stuff. Like, it's just a decision, and it's a daily decision not to do it because I no longer desire it the way that I did. So I went from smoking multiple times a day for like a long time, like over 10 years, to for the past year just putting it down. Past over a year now, just putting it down and not really messing with it like that. And I've noticed that like those videos about stopping are the most popular, some of the more popular videos on my channel. And so I just want to help you guys out about, you know, and what we can do instead of smoke weed, okay? Because I'm just living proof that we can do it, you can do it. And if you're on this video, I'm so proud of you, because somewhere inside you know that you don't want to do that. You want to break free. You guys, I'm such an advocate for freedom. You know, we're born free. Nobody wants to feel tied to something, and that includes a substance, okay? And so the first thing that we can do instead of smoke weed is tap into your creative gifts. And this is powerful, you guys. Like I said, I used to smoke weed for over 10 years. So many of my friends and whatever, like I already know the mindset, and people feel like to be creative, this used to be me, to be creative, I have to smoke weed. Oh, that's gonna spark it up. That's gonna make me tap into my creative gifts. But that's just a lie that we tell ourselves, and it's a trick, okay? You are creative without weed. You are talented without weed. There's so much to you that you have yet to discover until you actually put the weed down. Okay, so the weed is not sparking it, and it's already inside of you. Instead of smoking weed, you can learn what excites you naturally. So when I talk about creative gifts, maybe you're a musician, maybe you like to create music, maybe you're a writer, maybe you're an actor, maybe you're a singer, maybe you're a painter, maybe you're a cartoonist, maybe you're a chef, maybe you're a cook. There's so many countless ways to be creative, and it's really dope to just learn what it is that just excites you and pour yourself into that. So instead of waiting for weed to quote unquote make you creative, you're able to just try to do these things and play with these things sober and see where it gets you. The thing about weed is that it's not sustainable, right? We have to continue to smoke to stay high, and you don't need to do that. You can reach that level of bliss and peace and feel soothed within yourself naturally. It's very powerful when you learn how to do this, because you realize you don't need the weed to feel those good feelings that we're seeking. So I encourage you to tap into your creative gifts. And if you don't even know what those are, this is a perfect chance for you to learn about yourself sober, because that's the biggest thing, is like you learn about who you really are when you put the weed down. Because the weed, I mean, there's chemicals, it's chemicals, so it's having you in la la land. It's having you feel all the good feelings and none of the bad feelings. But there's only so long you can numb yourself. There's only so long that you can try to tune that out before you're gonna have to face yourself and see, okay, what's bothering you to the point where you have to smoke weed? Why does that make life better? And why is life not good without it? Okay, so Something we can do instead of smoke is tap into your creative gifts. This is going to create feelings of happiness. You're going to feel that sense of expression. It's going to make you feel alive and good. Tap into your creative gifts. So the second thing we can do instead of smoke weed is stimulate our bodies naturally. Weed, it's a stimulant. Not to say it's like an upper, whatever they say, to have you just, but it's like we're looking for that or craving that sensation in our body. And so find other ways to stimulate your body naturally. So this can look like exercise, pushing yourself in that way, or not even pushing yourself, but just experiencing like exercise as an art. This could be like dance. This could be a sport you like. This could be weightlifting, feeling yourself get those gains, or losing weight, or euphoria that comes from physical movement. Also, when you talk about stimulating your body, massage, because some people smoke weed to feel that sense of peace and relief. And so like massages, treat yourself, get that tension out your back. You know what I mean? Like, let someone massage your body, a professional. Other things that can stimulate your body naturally, sex. I hope you're being safe and it's with a partner that's emotionally healthy for you. But this is another way. Back in the day, I don't know, I just felt a mess. And so like, I couldn't even have sex sober. I didn't want to, or I was just used to being high all the time, to even with my partner. So what did that create for me? Not healthy relationships, not sober sex. Like, that's not living life. Have sex sober, stimulate your body, know what feels good to you, not high, not intoxicated, drunk, anything like that. There's other ways naturally to just feel that adrenaline and feel that boost and that surge of energy naturally. So something we can do instead of smoke weed is stimulate your body, either through exercise, dance, massages, physical touch, sex. Stimulate your body in natural ways instead of reaching for the substance, instead of reaching for the ganja. So another thing you can do instead of smoke weed, something we could all do instead of smoke weed, is to learn something new. Okay, so life is what we make it. And so instead of just like sitting back and just getting blown and just staying like cooped up in your house or whatever, like there's so many other things you can do. What's something that you want to do but maybe you haven't had the ambition to do, or the motivation to do, or you didn't think you could do it? Like when I stopped smoking weed, it freed up so much of my time. So I was like, dang, like there are so many things I want to do. Now I have not only the time to do it, but the energy to do it, because it's not being sucked up by that bad habit. And so this can look like learning to play an instrument, learning a new language, traveling somewhere, learning about a new like culture, learning about spirituality, learning about like who you really are, learning about just anything, picking up a new book, reading a new book, meeting a new friend, creating something new in your life. Whereas, and I'm speaking from experience, whereas before, like, it was like the same old thing, same old friends, the same old stories. Like, when are we gonna do that again? Versus like, you just get your time freedom back. So that's something you can do instead of smoking, is like learn something new. Okay, so the fourth thing that you can do instead of smoking weed is heal yourself. Okay, you want to heal. You want to get to the root of why you reach for that substance to begin with. And this is not a fun process. I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh my God, it's so fun to heal. It's liberating and wonderful once you make progress, and you will make progress if you dedicate yourself to your healing and choose your healing over the weed. Choose yourself over that, and I was under the illusion that like weed was healing me, but it's like there's only so many times that can happen to where now you're just abusing it. Now you're just addicted to it. Now you're just like abusing its power, and you're feeling like using it as a crutch. And I used to not like to hear that, but I'm just keeping it 100 from somebody who's broke free of that, and you can also break free. when I talk about healing, for some people, this might look like literally going to therapy or talking to a professional. But for me, I didn't do that. I just took a look inside. I got really into spirituality years ago, and I just kept diving deeper into myself, learning who I was, and recognizing that we ourselves are our greatest healer, and we have so much power within us, so we don't have to turn to a substance to heal us. Yes, weed does have healing, or marijuana has healing properties, and I think it's a beautiful herb, but once again, too much of anything is not good. Too much of anything, like there's no balance there. And so get to the root cause of what's causing pain or suffering in your life that you haven't been wanting to face. It could be like abandonment issues in your childhood, or with a significant other, or like life didn't go how you wanted it to go, a heartbreak in your life. And it doesn't just mean a person, it could be a circumstance. It could be something that happened to somebody else. It could be a loss of a job, a loss of a parent, something that has happened that's been so painful that you'd rather smoke the weed because that's gonna just be instant gratification. Okay, now you just feel better right away. But the thing about that is, like, that's just like putting a band-aid over it. It's not really gonna make you feel better long term, and that's really what you want, and that's what you need, and that's what you deserve. Is like that true healing, only you can give it to yourself. I'm not discouraging you from going to a professional. Go to one, like, if you need to, but at the same time, we are very powerful in ourselves, and that's kind of just like a listening ear of somebody to reflect back to you. But if you have the time and are more of a private person like I am, even though I share so much rawness online, but like, you can do that with yourself and God. You know, journal your thoughts, meditate, see what goes through your head, see where it stemmed from, and then just shine light on it. Because like, that's the thing about fear. Once love and light is shined on it, it doesn't have a power over you anymore. You know, if you feel hurt about something, that is okay. Instead of like trying to push those feelings down and numb yourself, like, just let yourself be hurt for a little bit. You know, honor your feelings in that way, honor yourself and respect yourself, and show yourself grace and love, and be patient with yourself, and show yourself compassion, and be like, dang, like, this happened, it hurt. What was it trying to teach me? How can I grow from this? How can I be better? Ask God, like, why did this happen in my life? You know, and this is gonna bring real healing into your life, you guys, and you're gonna feel so much better that you'll see weed for what it is, like a tool, but it's not a necessity. It's not a need. You know, you are already everything that you need. Okay. And so the last thing that we can do instead of smoke weed is like tap into our magic. Okay. And I'm not just like saying this to sound cool. I'm saying that we're literally magic. So I know that if you smoke weed, you already kind of believe in magic, because it's like a spiritual thing, right? You are experiencing another realm in a way. You're experiencing another version of life and seeing things from a different perspective. And it's a cool thing, right? It's a cool experience. But I'm just here as a reminder that without that, we are still magical. Like, if an herb has that much magic, imagine the magic that you have inside of you naturally. You are speaking your life into existence. Our words have power. So everything that you say is coming into your reality. You are creating your reality moment by moment. Every thought, every word, they have energy, they have power. The power of your focus, the power of your intention. You are magic out here, and you're co-creating your world. The universe is working through you and with you for you to make your life, because we're all just energy. And so you're going to be able to tap into yourself and feel empowered without the weed. Tap into your magic. Okay. So those are the 5 things that we can do instead of smoke weed. If you mess up, it's It's not a big deal. It's not even a mess up, because everything in life is just like a lesson and it's teaching you. But if you're here and you're with me on this video, it just means that inside there's something telling you like, well, what else can I do besides smoke? What are the benefits? So that's how I was. Well, if I do stop, like, what am I gonna gain? We have to remember that we're living in a time of instant gratification. Anything that you want is like at our fingertips, and we forget to trust the natural course of life. So like, for example, instead of trying to feel happy right away by just hitting the blunt or hitting a joint or your bong or whatever it is you use, instead of just trying to feel happy right away, like, have some patience and learn how to feel happy naturally, because it's going to last longer. And also recognize that life is full of ups and downs, ebbs and flows. So you have to flow with life. You're not going to feel good all of the time. When you are like inhaling those chemicals and stuff, the reason why you feel elated and happy and blissful and giggly and all that is because it's like chemically it's taking those happiness, it's like feeding you happiness into your brain, but then the next day you're gonna feel drained, depleted, and you're gonna need it even more just to get you back even keel. It's a very dangerous cycle, just like anything can be when you feel like you need something just to be even keel, just to feel back normal. You know, I have this friend I grew up with who was like, I smoke weed just to feel normal. And it's like, dang, you don't want to get to that point. You're gonna feel like you need it. And not to mention, like, are we going through a recession? Prices, gas prices. So that means weed's going up. Like, nobody has time. Even if you're rolling in cash, like, you don't want to be feeling like that's just another need. You have to buy food, gas, rent, weed, and all this and that. Like, no, it should be, in my opinion, something that I guess is a turn up. And if you feel you want to do it to have a good time or to just, you know, be on another level for a little while, sure. Like, I don't hate weed at all, but to feel like you need to smoke multiple times every single day of your life, like, break free of that. You guys, you're so powerful. And yeah, so I hope that these tips could help you. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I love you so much. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.